Well, hi, Scorpios. Welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I have shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them just a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So, Scorpios, let's find out what can you expect coming up in your life. If this reading resonates, it's probably your reading. If it does not resonate, it probably is not your reading. And I would check your moon sign, which is your private and emotional self, or get a private reading from someone you trust. All cards are male or female. So Scorpios, the overall energy of your reading is a Six of Cups. There's a soulmate in your life, or a soulmate is coming into your life. You may have known them from childhood, or even college years, but previously in your life, you've definitely known them from another lifetime. That's why they're a soulmate. So the Six of Cups, this is the only cup that's allowed to have anything in it. There is a flower in it, and that is very sweet, and it feels like a young soulmate energy. Up here in your highest energy, the Judgment card. This is your guardian angels, your spirit guides. They're blowing a horn down on you. And they've been blowing that horn trying to teach you a spiritual lesson. Well, you're awakening to it right now. You're awakening to a spiritual lesson. This is awesome. It has to do with your soulmate, this soulmate. Maybe they were here to help teach you a spiritual lesson. I have the Four of Cups next to the Judgment card and right above the Six of Cups. The Four of Cups is about a love offer, or it could be an apology too sometimes. It's usually an offer of love. But you're kind of, you're not reaching for it. You're thinking about it, or you're hesitating, or it's a flat out no, okay? It's right above the Soulmate card. I think you're thinking about it. I think you don't know if you want that. Let me just keep reading, and I will make up my mind as I go along. So, Scorpios, I have the Eight of Swords next to the Four of Cups. So this is it's a feeling of being trapped. It's really an illusion because the feet are not bound, the mouth is not bound. You're totally surrounded by swords of truth and clarity that you cannot see because you're blindfolded. So you're feeling sort of like stuck or trapped, and you're just not really wanting to deal with the truth and the clarity of this offer. So I feel like it's not something you really wanted to have to deal with, but it does involve your spiritual lesson. So let's just keep reading at this point. I have the Eight of Pentacles under the Judgment card. And the Ace of Pentacles is right next to the Six of Cups. So, this offer here, this offer may include a commitment. It may include a offer of moving forward in a relationship, but I don't know if you really want to, okay? All this is part of a spiritual lesson. I haven't decided exactly what the lesson is yet. I have the Five of Cups next to the Six of Cups and under the Eight of Swords. Well, the Five of Cups is looking at spilled cups of love. I know you've been disappointed in love. It may have had to do with this soulmate before, and now they're back, and they're presenting another offer to you, like, you want to try again, and see where this might go. Ooh, there's two cups of love right behind this figure, so I do call this the card of hope. So I feel like they're sincere in offering this cup. They really do want to try again. And I do think that they're thinking they want to see where this will really go. You, my friend, it feels like you've been disappointed in love with this person before. And you are still looking at the spilled cups. I don't know if you're going to be able to turn around and see the hope in this relationship or not. And let me keep reading. I have the Knight of Swords here. The Knight of Swords is a very actionable card, and it is right under the Ace of Pentacles. So this is like, you know, it can be just cutting that offer out altogether, or it can be rushing in with your sword of truth and clarity up, like, I have questions I need answers to before I will ever give you an answer to this offer that you're making me. Very actionable. It's right next to the Emperor, which is a card for Aries. So Aries might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But more importantly, the energy of the Emperor, this is your energy. You're going to hold true to yourself. You can't be swayed anymore, okay? If you are, this is a granite throne for one thing. That's a very, very heavy throne. You are holding true to your beliefs, your wants, your needs. You're very well liked and respected by others. You even might hold a job of as a leader in your profession of some sort. But I don't think you're going to move, and I don't think you're going to accept that cup unless you get the answers that you need from your soulmate. I have the Ace of Swords. So the sword is very important. All the swords are very important here. The Ace of Swords is about truth and clarity through conversation. There is going to be a conversation, okay? So when you're rushing forward with, I want answers, you know, about the past. They may have come back from the past, from an earlier time, instead of, you know, where you lost touch with them. They may be returning. Either that, or they're just making an offer when you have not lost touch with them, and they're coming in with an offer when it's been a rocky road with them, and you're like, I don't know. I don't think so. But you are going to at least have this conversation, and you're going to demand truth and clarity. I think you have some things you want to say too. It's probably the last thing you expected you had to deal with. Scorpios. Oh, okay. I have the Strength card here. Whoops, up in your highest energy. This is the card for Leo. Leo might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But what the energy is about the strength card is, see that infinity symbol? This is a symbol of intuition and knowing. And so what this card is all about, it's about knowing what you have to do and finding the strength and the courage to do it. So, you know, the Strength card lands right here. So it's seeing the truth. I think it's actually getting the truth and the clarity. I don't think you really ever had it, ever were able to turn around and get the truth and clarity, which you are now going to seek from this soulmate. So you're going to find the strength to do that. You're also holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. You're a passionate person at heart. You're holding the flower. There's a pet, a cat down here. So wherever you put your love, you put your passion. And it doesn't matter if it's at work, or if it's gardens, or it's people. You are ready for a fresh start and new beginning, but in order to have that, you're going to have satisfactory answers to your questions that I don't think you ever got or ever really dealt with or wanted before they come in with this offer. So I have the Eight of Cups. So yeah, remember I was feeling like maybe there was a parting, that they've come back from a previous time in your life. Well, I really feel like that now. Either you walked away or they did from the love. This is the Eight of Cups. This is part of what you want your answers about, how it got to that point. And you need to know too, I think there's a couple meanings here. I think one other meaning could be that you need to know whether or not to turn your back on this offer. So I have the Hierophant. This is the card for Taurus. Taurus might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading under the Strength card next to the Five of Cups. So I feel like, wow. This card is about traditional values, traditional morals. It's about groundedness, security, stability. It can be about marriage. And here is the Ace of Pentacles, which can be a commitment. You know, you might have been either married to this person, engaged, or gone steady, something like that. I think that's what you're worried about. I think you're worried that it won't last like it didn't last before. I have the King of Pentacles next to the Hierophant and under the Queen of Wands. The King of Pentacles is Earth, so that would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So it gives us 2 for Taurus, if we're counting. But the energy, yeah, you're looking at the Pentacle. You want a fresh start, new beginning, but not if they don't have a Pentacle. No way. You're wondering if this Pentacle is really there, if they really possess it, if they really can be solid, secure, and stable. I still think you feel the energy between the two of you as a soulmate, and I know they do because they're back. So you're really looking at it from a very mature standpoint here. You're also ready to move forward, but you're not leaping on this offer because, like I say, your guard is up. The Page of Swords is right next to the King of Pentacles and right below the Eight of Cups. So your guard is really up, and about their return and about what they're wanting. You know what you want, and you just don't know if they know what they want. And you're going to find out, because that sword, you're not swinging it, you're not actually cutting them out, but you are on guard, and you are going to ask the right questions. You're going to be, seeking truth and clarity about this whole thing. So I think there's past history with this soulmate that you need to resolve, and also you need to find out where their head is at right now, exactly. Under the Hierophant, see, I think before you felt like maybe this relationship could move towards marriage or something. But it never became traditional enough. It never reached this point of that commitment and that groundedness that you so much want in the relationship. And that's why it fell apart. Now, I don't know which one of you walked away. One of you did. But there's the Tower moment you need some truth over, because you know what got it there. There's confusion about the Pentacles going on here, the Two of Pentacles. It is about security, stability. It's like the highs and lows. I feel like when they come in with this, that's why you don't reach for it. You are confused. You're like, what is going on here? Can this possibly be? Can it possibly happen? And it's like sometimes you're thinking, well, yeah. And then other times you're like, I don't know. So it's a rocky road. This is in your mind. It's all about whether or not there is a future with this relationship. But I have the Ace of Wands right next to the Two of Pentacles and right below the Page of Swords, being on guard and confused. This is all about a fresh start and new beginning. Remember, you're holding that wand here, the Queen of Wands. I do think that you're going to give it a go. I think you're going to give it a go. I think it's going to take some time to decide to give it a go. What else? Your spiritual lesson. It might be forgiveness. It might be how to put things behind and go ahead and move forward. That's what I see here, because the Ace of Wands, it starts with the Judgment card and it ends with the Ace of Wands. Let's look under this deck. Bottom card. Oh my gosh, there's so much love there. Oh my God. Okay. The Ace of Cups. This is an offer of love. They mean it. They're sincere. I know you once loved them. I know it looks like you separated. Whoever's choice it was, you were very disappointed in the love. And you really, I don't think that you thought that you'd ever get your answers. It kind of feels like they walked away, but I don't know. Maybe because they were so ungrounded. Yeah, I feel like you will find the strength and the courage to give this a try. Because I think you still have some love for them after all this time, whatever amount of time it was that went by before they returned, and now and after you get your clarity about what went down, what happened. So, Scorpios, this is your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.